because my life matters. I don't care what you think. And I will say this from the bottom of my heart. All lives cannot matter if you exclude Black people. Because if all lives matter, then we're included in that bunch. What's good, guys? Welcome back to the Milk Carton series. I'm your host, Stephanie, and if you are new, welcome to the family. We have been growing. OMG, guys, we are finally over the 2K mark. That is such an achievement for me because I really wanted to meet that goal. And I'm sorry I took a hiatus, but if you guys follow me on the community tab here on YouTube, should definitely check it out. I always keep you guys updated if I'm going to take maybe a break. Sometimes I do it, but I try to make sure I do it more often because my audience is growing, and I never want you to think that I'm abandoning you, because we started this amazing journey. And I just thought that this video would be a great way to sit down, chit chat with you guys about what has been happening in the world, because I created this brand around Black people and people of color too, but mostly because I would watch the news and I would never see people of color, Black people, never make national news. And there was a lot of cases here in Baltimore that I have seen, and I'm just like, you know what? Why isn't this getting national attention? What can we do to really change the game? And I just really wanted to share those individual stories, in a great light. If you are wondering why I created that brand, and that's pretty much why. And it kind of triggered me as the world has been unfolding. One being, though we're in a pandemic, the world is trying to open back up. And then you have what we've always been battling in the most recent years and way yonder. Black people are dying by the hands of the police. And then you have just so much going on in your own personal life. And you're just like, it was just truly, truly overwhelming, guys. So I had to take a much needed decompress. I had a headache probably for like a week straight because just strolling on social media and just reading things. And, you have people who don't agree with the way that things are going, far as like the, George Floyd. You have a lot of people that I've witnessed where it starts to show you people's true characters, and it's a shame because at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we should all come together with love and grace. I don't look at people at the color of their skin, and I hate that terminology, but it's honestly the truth. I judge people based upon their character, their integrity, and how they treat human beings. I don't judge them because they are Caucasian, or they are Black, or they're Mexican, or they're Puerto Rican, Dominican, Indian, Asian. I don't judge anyone based upon stereotypes or, things that you may hear. And I think it's truly sad that we live in a world that still does this. It's like, it's bad enough we're all just trying to make it out here, So it's like, why do we have to keep creating these situations? And honestly, it's all about just being a human being, having human decency. And that's just the bottom line of it, having human decency. And just going over some of these cases like Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and then you have George Floyd, and then you have so many others that, we have seen, documentaries that have come out about them, people protesting, and then you have a lot of ignorant people online. And that's the reason why I took a break, because again, you have a lot of ignorant people online who some people who don't understand what it is to be a Black person. They put this phrase out there, well, I don't know what it is to be Black, and racism doesn't exist. It does exist. It very much well does exist. I mean, this country was built on that foundation. But it's just baffling because we're still in this moment. Like, I remember my dad told me, my dad is older. So if you guys are wondering, like, how your dad go there? My dad, he was at the Martin Luther King Jr. speech. And to hear that and to think now as a 29, almost 30-year-old woman, and we're still on this journey of being judged by the color of our skin, it's truly overwhelming. And people may not get it. And I was explaining to a friend of mine how, you know, when I go into work, sometimes I'm always undermined. I'm always challenged on things. I can't be normal Stephanie, because if I try to be normal Stephanie, I'm perceived or I'm judged as being an angry black woman, or I don't know what I'm doing. And it's sad that we're still in that type of environment when you work with different cultures and stuff. But nonetheless, I'm never going to break myself down to make anyone feel comfortable because they have racist tendencies. And I think, and honestly, the world is just fed up. I think if nothing else has shown you throughout the United States and the country in general, people are tired. People are fed up. And it sucks because, like, I know some people online, they say, well, I can't stand the phrase that they're good cops. And I do believe in that. And I do believe in that if we want to see more of a change, more of us have to be in these positions. We have to be more cops. We have to be more doctors. I mean, women are dying alone in labor. This is just like the truth. You know, black women are not making it through labor or their babies. You know, I almost lost my daughter in labor. I am so thankful that I had a great team that day, because my daughter probably would not be here if they did not do their jobs and did not judge me based upon the color of my skin. But we have to do more. You know, it's time to change the narrative and do more and to be more. And that's why I really wanted to sit down with you guys before I uploaded a video. I thought that would be really inconsiderate not to discuss what has been transpiring in the world and just throwing up a video about someone, you know, missing. Not that they don't matter, but, you know, I was having this conversation again. I said, we matter, I matter. You know, if you have never been in a racist situation, you will not understand. You know, I remember wholeheartedly, I shared this video with you guys back when my videos were in that transition of figuring out what I wanted to do. I did a story time about the time this racist couple tried to sue me for $10,000. This guy tried to run me off a road. And then when the police came, of course, one of them was extremely nice. The other one was like judging me like I did something wrong. He didn't even hear the story, but because I was a black woman in a situation with a white man and a white woman, I get looked at as I was the liar. And I was so emotional. I don't think I ever feared for my life. And it had nothing to do with the police. I want to make that clear. It had more so to do with you have a racist couple who wanted to be racist and literally drive me off the road. And I wouldn't have been here today if I would have went over that curve because of how he tried to maneuver on his motorcycle. You know, and people, you can't take away people's experiences just because you feel like racism doesn't exist. It very much so exists. And more white people have to do more standing up. If you have black friends, black family members, you have mixed children, it is your duty to stand up, because we need you just like we are to be there for any other culture or any other race. And I think the moment that we realize that we all come from the same folks, like, did you not do ancestry? Like, slavery? Like, I mean, you know, it's like, are we really here still? Are we really here? And that's just the baffling part. And that's why I had to take a breather, because online, social media can truly be draining of what's been happening. And if you guys have not seen, a lot of companies are hitting the point. Like, there was a not a restaurant, but it is a restaurant, but a crab shop here in Maryland, in Middle River. He posted racist things online and people dug up some of that stuff, and then he posted like most recently stuff, and they protested outside his facility. And it's like, black people are fed up. We tired. We're just tired. We fed up. I know I'm fed up. I'm tired that I have to live in a world and raise my children in such a disgraceful world. But don't get me wrong, there are some really nice white people out there. I have encountered some really nice white people. I mean, I have family that are white people. But nonetheless, it's really baffling that we are still here. And all I can do is pray for those individuals, pray for the families as well. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to make myself uncomfortable to make you comfortable if you want to be racist. That's just the bottom line of it all. But I hope you guys are taking time to decompress, taking time off social media. Go for a walk, go work out, go get some fresh air, go have a drink. Hell, do something that you haven't been able to do, because social media is the devil. And it's like I don't even have the words, pretty much, as you just see. Like, I don't have the words for what social media has become. It's a great tool, it's a great access, but at the same time, it can be such a negative place when you see so many people who are racist and they start reposting things. It gets to be really crazy, and I don't stand for it at all, because my life matters. I don't care what you think, and I will say this from the bottom of my heart. All lives cannot matter if you exclude black people, because if all lives matter, then we're included in that bunch. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you stick around on this amazing journey with me. But if you choose not to, that's your prerogative. But I know in my heart that I have to fight for what is right, and I have to use my voice for what is right, regardless of what anyone thinks. I have to do that. I would not be who I am today if I did not stand up for what is right. I don't care if I was white. I don't care if I was Indian, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I don't care what motherfucking race I was. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and I don't care who I lose in that process. So if you are on this road with the Milk Carton series, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And if you are not, deuces. So stay tuned, guys. A video will be following this the same day. Love you guys, and I hope to see you in that next video. Bye-bye.